Good evening, everyone. I just want to tell you that this session will be recorded. If you have any issues, you can switch off your microphone. Otherwise, feel free. Okay, so Happy New Year, everyone. Thank you so much for attending this meeting. The new year already started. It's been already a few days, so I wish you all the best and all the best and all the wishes. Let's hope for a better world. So today's topic is about self-limiting beliefs. What are self-limiting beliefs? How it's holding us back and what we can do about it. So according to experts, we all have some sort of self-limiting beliefs. We all have it. So every person in this room or everywhere else in the world, everybody has some sort of self-limiting beliefs. It's normal because we're humans. So what are self-limiting beliefs? It's what we believe about ourselves. It's our self-image. It's how we perceive ourselves. It's how we think we are capable of doing something. It's about our abilities. It's basically what we think we are capable of doing and what we think who we are and what we think inside manifests in our behavior. So if you think your ability or your potential is from 1 to 10 to 5, so the results in your life, the outcome in your life will be up to 5. So if you believe you can achieve more and there is so much more you can do, then the results, the outcome in your life will be according to what you believe inside. So what we believe inside manifests outside in our life. There is absolutely no doubt about that. So what we believe true for ourselves, it's the reality. So we, to a larger extent, we create our ability. We create our reality. I'm just bringing in more people. So limiting beliefs are extremely, extremely important. We are not all aware of our limiting beliefs. Sometimes they pop out with situations. When do they pop out? Let's say if you feel insecure for a reason, or you want to apply for a new job, or you want to go and buy a car or a house or a furniture, you start doubting yourself. So your limiting beliefs hold you back in many aspects of your life. We're going to look at how your self-limiting beliefs affect you and which areas of your life it affects you. Well, it affects you. There are self-limiting beliefs around money, the way you spend money, your ideas about money, earning money, around relationships, how you perceive yourself in a relationship, how you perceive others, and also around career, what you achieve, what you believe in, all those things, all those major areas of our lives has got to do with our self-limiting beliefs. It's extremely important to work on our self-limiting beliefs through our mindset because it holds you back from living the life that you want, from what you really desire to have, the peace of mind, the success, whatever you would like to have. It's very important to work on your self-limiting beliefs because, as I said, for the newcomers, for everybody to understand what we think we are and what we think we are capable of manifests outside in our life. The outcome, the behavior, our results, it's just what's inside is connected with the outside world. So let's look at the different areas that our limiting beliefs affects us. It affects us around our ability to earn money, our creativity level, how creative we can be, our productivity level. Some people think, what's the point? I'm going to fail anyway. And you are not aware of these thoughts. Only when you decide to start expanding your awareness and only when you decide to start thinking about it, this information starts coming to you. But generally speaking, when you listen to people, you will detect a lot of limiting beliefs, and most people are not aware of it. But once you start becoming aware of it, you will understand. At least when you detect yourself, when you recognize it, you will be able to work on it, and it's very important. So it affects our performance, our use of time. So some people think that they can never be on time. They are always late, or always early, whatever it is around time. So our effectiveness, how effective we can be, our perception of ourselves is affected, and the way we perceive things. So we may perceive the world is a dangerous place, or what's the point of getting into a relationship, it's going to fail, or all men are like that, all women are like that, or so many beliefs about relationships or any areas of your life has a direct link to do with your limiting belief. And of course, our logic is blurred by it too, because our thoughts, our limitations are very real for us. And the reason they are there in your life, it's because of your past experiences. Self-limiting beliefs are not genetic. You're not born with a certain thoughts and emotions that are blocking you. It's all about programming, the way you were brought up, your experiences, the way you perceive things, the way you were brought up, the way the programming, the conditioning took place. Because you can have two kids like twins. There are many studies for twins, the same identical twins in the same family. They both kids might experience the same situation, the same scenarios, the same examples differently in their life. So they may experience things differently. So when whatever you experience, especially when you as a child, it becomes part of your identity. It becomes one with you. That's why it's difficult to get rid of self-limiting beliefs, because they are so much embedded in us, and it's part of us, and it's part of our thinking, and it's part of our programming, that only through working your mindset you will be able to detect and to recognize. And then you've done half of the work. It means that the rest of the thing you will be able to work on yourself. It is extremely refreshing when you and liberating when you discover your thoughts that are negative, that are blocking you, that are limiting you. When you want to stretch a little bit, you want to try something new in your life, or you want to do, you have a goal and you want to accomplish. And when you understand, a lot of people are stuck in the same dynamic for so many years. Why? Because they were unable to work on their self-limiting beliefs. Some people are not even aware of it. So it's extremely important. So if you believe you are not smart enough to go to college, then you're not going to go to college. If you believe that you are not going to get that job, then you are not going to get that job, because every single action and every single thought that you're going to have is going to give you and show you evidence, one after evidence, why you will be failing in a certain thing. There are so many people that go to they've been in the same job for 30, 40 years maybe. And I'm not saying being or keeping the same job for so many years is wrong. That's not what I'm saying. I'm talking about, I've also worked with so many people that had so many other opportunities waiting for them to apply to other jobs, for example, or to go to other countries, or whatever goals or whatever opportunities they had in their life, they didn't do it. And of course, when you don't do it because of fear, your mind will give you 100 reasons, excuses why you shouldn't be doing it. but I'm afraid to fail. What if I don't make it? What if I'm not going to like it? What if? So all those what ifs and what ifs and what ifs will keep you stuck where you are. Whereas I know, for example, I am part of a mindset group with other coaches, international coaches, and one of my colleagues, she is 67 years old, from Ireland, and she just started a whole new career. She moved her business to online. She knows nothing about technology, but she's always asking, learning on YouTube. She's right now in May, she's organizing an event, and it's just so impressive. And she's 67, and it's amazing. Why is it amazing? Because she has um, a life which is based on a purpose. Because, you know, one of the worst things that can happen to us when we're stuck in our self-limiting beliefs, that we start silently and gradually dying inside. Slowly, slowly, we start dying inside. And how do we know that? Because we realize that our energy is not the same. So we may lose motivation in doing something. So we may lose the excitement, because there is nothing inspiring us. There is nothing more boring than doing the same thing over and over and over again when we feel this particular thing is not for us. Even if it gives you the amazing income, it's a choice you make. You may decide that this is what's giving me, and this is, I want this because of this, I have all these other benefits. Then okay, acceptance, awareness, acknowledge this is not what you want, accept the fact that, but it's giving me a lot of things, and I'm happy to be where I am, and I don't want to make changes. Again, it's working on your mindset. If that's what you want, and you accept it and you make a conscious decision, there is absolutely nothing wrong with that. But if you are not handling your negative self-limiting beliefs, you start losing your energy slowly, because there is nothing exciting anymore. So you become like a robot. You wake up, you go to work, or you go to college, or whatever commitments that you have in your life. So let's look at some general beliefs that holds us back. Bad things only happen to me. How many times you heard people saying, you know what, bad things only happen to me. If there is anybody in this room that is going to, something's going to happen, is going to me, because bad things always happen to me. So when you believe bad things are always happening to me, it's like you're bringing it into your life. It's like you're attracting that. It's like you are wanting that. Of course, under all that, there is a feeling bad things are happening to me, is a feeling of fear, because you're saying this because of your experiences in your life that might have not been the best. So when we experience things, it's very important that we detox from it. We process it in our mind. We talk about it. We see if there is any attachment attached to that experience, that leftover that is making us feel afraid, or resentment, or anything, any experience that we're going through. It's important we take a few moments to analyze this, to analyze it, to let go of what's not working for us, and to focus our attention on, this is the situation, what's the best next thing? What can I do next that is going to elevate me, that is going to take me to the next step for me to feel better? But if we get stuck on that, then other things are created, and the outcome is not good. you know, things like I'm too old, for example. What's the point? I'm too old. You hear this all the time. I'm too old to do this. I'm too old to do that. You are not too old for anything. I mean, I'm sure if you look around you, I mean, I know from I've got some Facebook friends, and I also know from my life when people that are in their 60s, 70s, and they're trying new things and they're doing new things, and they have this zest for life, and you never hear them say, "I'm too old. I'm too old to do a certain thing." So it's very important. If you feel I'm too old, then all the steps in your life will be yes, you are too old for this and you are too old for that. That there is no manual written that says you are too old, you're not allowed to do this and you're not allowed to do that. It's what we say to ourselves, or I'm not ready. We always wait until things are perfect in our lives to start doing something. I am not ready for this, or I'm not ready for that, or I will be ready as soon as this, as soon as. All those things are attached to limiting beliefs, and it's important to see them. I don't want to get my hopes up because I don't want to get disappointed. It's almost as though this is quite common, because whenever something good happens, or there is something happening, we hear a lot of people say, I don't want to get my hopes up because I'm afraid that I might get disappointed. So again, it's a limiting belief. Or nobody is going to hire me. I'm too old, I'm too young, I'm not experienced, I'm not qualified. So nobody's going to hire me, which means that I'm not even going to try. I always have bad luck. I told you about that. I don't have time. It's also another classic self-limiting belief. I don't have time to go to the gym. I don't have time to do this. I don't have time to do that. But if you take a few steps and you analyze your time and you realize that maybe you're not using your time effectively, or maybe your mindset is not on that, or maybe because if we really, really want something, we find time. It all depends if we really want something. Sometimes we're even afraid to say, I want this. We're afraid. It's like we don't deserve it, because something in your mind is keeping you away from wanting a certain thing, because there is a fear that is attached to it, and some sort of a limiting belief. We are even afraid to say, but sometimes we're even afraid to admit to ourselves, but this is what I want. So I wasn't born lucky is another one. I will never meet somebody. I hear a lot of people say that I'm never going to meet somebody. What are the chances of me meeting someone? So what are the chances of you meeting someone? It's very slim if you have that limiting belief. Why? Because when you believe, but first of all, if this is what you want, if you really want somebody special in your life, or somebody, a partner, a companion, whatever, under what context that you want, first you need to be clear with yourself that this is what you want. So if you are clear with yourself, you set that clear intention that this is what you want, then you don't have to do anything about it. All you need to do is just be clear with yourself, because when you are clear with yourself, that information is implanted in your mind, which means that once it's in your mind, you start thinking about it. Things start coming to you through your intuition, through your dreams, through experiences, because this is what you want, because you're so clear what you want. The reason we don't get what we want, because we are sometimes confused with what we want, or we are afraid to really say, this is what I want. Because when you are clear and when you say, this is what I want, it means that you really dealt with your self-limiting beliefs. So, which means that you are allowing yourself to say, to admit to yourself and to others what you want. Have you noticed in your life that there are people like that? I mean, there are, I came across a lot of people that were very clear with what they wanted. This is what I want. And they talk about it, you know, with different people, with friends, they talk about it. This is what they want. And every single one of them get what they want because their mindset is that. Remember what I said at the beginning of this presentation, what you believe for yourself, your perception of yourself, or what you have inside manifests outside. So all your actions, all your behavior, everything will lead you to what you want. As long as you work on your mindset, on your self-limiting beliefs. My health is holding me back is also another thing. Whereas we know from documentaries, we know from doctors, you know, I've spent a lot of time lately during this holiday season because I've heard so many stories, and I'm sure you've heard as well, that a lot of cancer patients and a lot of people, you know, with health issues, that they were able to heal themselves. So I also believe that we have the ability to heal ourselves. It's just that we don't have the right tools. We all have the tools. All the tools we want is inside us, but we don't know the methods, how to do that, how to heal ourselves. And I read so many studies about cancer patients healing themselves, doing visualization, working on their mindset, shifting their mindset, their self-limiting beliefs that I am healthy, I'm going to make this, and taking a decision that they're going to survive, they're going to make it, and then their life leads to that. They've done lots of studies also with athletes. They've done in 2009, they've done a study with athletes, and they asked the athletes for a certain amount of hours in a day to visualize that they are building certain muscles in their part of their leg, I think. And they've realized that after 20 days, the athletes that did this visualization and feeling it, that they are working on their body to develop muscles without exercising, by the way, I'm just talking about a certain mindset, they've actually developed 13% more muscles on their body than athletes that didn't do any visualization. So this is a method that is widely used among people, among athletes, among successful people. Everybody works on their self-limiting beliefs, because the minute we want to achieve something, there is always that negative voice that pops, that tells you, you know what, you're not good enough, or you know what, why bother, there's somebody else is better than you, or why bother, why he's going to be interested in me, I mean there are so many other girls, or why they're going to hire me when there is this. So all these things are blocking us, but the most successful people in the world that work with a different paradigm, they have these self-limiting beliefs that they ignore it, they don't deal with it, they deal with it, they try to focus on what they want, and they set clear intentions. So where do limiting beliefs come from? It comes from childhood. It comes when we were children, because when we were children generally cannot interpret emotions the way that we do. Children believe everything we tell them. We tell them you're great, they believe they're great. We tell them you're not good enough, they believe they're not good enough. We praise them, they believe it. We criticize them, they believe it. Children are still forming their identity. So that's why it's very important for parents to be mindful the way they communicate with their children. Sometimes we correct their behavior in a critical manner, but what we are really doing is telling them you're not good enough. It's very important the way we approach things. And it's also very important that we don't pass our self-limiting beliefs, our complexes to our children. For example, we hear a lot of parents say, be careful when you cross the road. Be careful, don't eat too much. You're going to put on weight. Be careful all the time. Be careful. So the more be careful children hear, the more conscious they become, and the more open they are, they start holding back. Oh my God, be careful! There must be a danger that I'm not aware of. Now we want our kids to be mindful, and we want to teach them how to be safe, for example, but not in the way that be careful, because it shouldn't come from a place of fear. Be careful, because your self-limiting beliefs or your fears or your anxiety, you're passing on to the children. It's the best way to explain to them with facts. You're crossing the road, or when you have to be, you need to watch right, when you need to watch left, there are cars coming around. With teenagers, you need to explain to them that, with teenagers, they're a little bit older. So it's easier with teenagers to explain to them things like, when you go out and you're having a drink, don't leave your drink unattended, because you don't know, somebody might put something inside your drink. Or, call me when you want to come home, or whatever. With teenagers, it's different. But self-limiting beliefs are mainly formed in our formative years until the age of 6-7. So it's very important that we are mindful the way we talk with our kids. But the good news is that it doesn't mean that if we have these self-limiting beliefs, it doesn't mean that that's it. There is nothing we can do about it. There is so much we can do about it. We can work on our mindset, which I will talk to you in a while. So how do you uncover your limiting beliefs? Let's say you're here because the topic might interest you, but also while I'm talking to you, you might think that, okay, let me see what are my self-limiting beliefs. Maybe one or two might come to your mind. But from this webinar onwards, more limiting beliefs will start coming to your mind. And how you're going to recognize it and what you're going to do with it. So pay attention to your words. Your subconscious mind registers everything. So pay attention to your words. For example, when you say things like, I'm not good in this, or, generally, when you express a negative thought about something, you have to understand any thought that is not helping you grow has a root in self-limiting belief. So you need to stop and question it for a second. Pay attention to your thoughts, because your thoughts are everything. Our thoughts are everything. First we think, and then we feel, and based on that, we act. So our thoughts are everything. And also, you need to understand that one of the things that is good to do, you can take a notebook and start noting negative thoughts or self-limiting beliefs, whatever comes to your mind, that you're trying to do something and then this thought comes, make a note. And I can guarantee you will see a pattern. If you don't write it, you're not going to see it. It's just going to come to your mind and it's going to go away. Make a note, write down somewhere on your mobile, somewhere, I had this negative thought today, tomorrow. I'm trying to do this and then I had this. Just type and keep it somewhere, because when you revisit it again after a month, after a week, I don't know, it depends on the extent of your limiting beliefs, you will see a lot of pattern. Actually, there are more than 65 self-limiting beliefs. So yeah, I think it's important to see. So the other thing is that you need to understand that your self-limiting beliefs are not facts. they are not true. It might feel that they are, real, but they are not you. The reason you have your self-limiting beliefs, because of your experiences, because of something somebody said something to you, and all that. So it's very important, that you understand that they are not true. You need to acknowledge the fact that they are not who you are, they are not true. And even if you have any negative self-limiting belief that is holding you back, don't hold it. What's the point of keeping? What's the point of hanging on to that once you know that you have that limiting belief? There is so much you can do, because underneath all that, there is a whole world waiting for you. The only thing you need to do is just decide, this is what I want. And then observe yourself and see if there you have any fears attached to it, any negative thoughts that are attached to it. Write it down. And then I will tell you what you're going to do when you have these beliefs. So if you come up with a certain belief, what I want you to do is ask yourself, is this belief accurate? Is it accurate? Ask yourself, coach yourself, is this belief accurate? Is it true about yourself? Is it true that you're not good enough? Is it true that you are old enough? And every single person that is old or you're the same age like you doesn't deserve a particular job or a particular thing, whatever you want. Is it true? Does it make sense to you? If somebody else is doing it, what would you say to somebody else? You would admire them, isn't it? You would say, oh my God, they have guts. They look at them. You would admire them. So if you admire them, if somebody else can do it, it means you can also do it too. So what's holding you back is your limiting belief. So also you can ask yourself, is there a time I can remember where I didn't have this belief? Is this a new belief? Because a lot of times new things start popping up. Or this is something that happened because I had a certain experience in my life in the past. Maybe my teacher told me that, this particular student does it better. Or maybe, something in your environment was telling you this. Just think about it. So you can say to yourself, oh, okay, so this belief is coming from this person or from this experience. Okay, so you need to ask yourself, is this serving me? What good is doing this? Keeping this belief, where is it taking me? How is it serving me in my life? So, and how it's holding you back? This is the last question that it's important to ask. How this certain belief is holding you back. It might hold you back because maybe you want to travel and you're not traveling because you're afraid. Maybe you want to call this person that you are interested in, but you're not calling because you're thinking, this person might not be interested. If they're not interested, you're going to know about it. If maybe you want to apply for a job and you are thinking that I don't have the right credentials, you can learn. It's the era of Udemy, it's the era of online courses, it's the era of YouTube. You can learn. There is nothing you cannot learn. I started my online business only recently. It's been only recently that I'm doing it more consistently. Before that, I was working online and offline. I've decided that I'm just going to work online. Moving my business to online meant I had to learn A, B, C, D, E, F. Scary. And I thought, oh my God, how many things I have to learn. I have to learn so many things. But then I recognized my limiting belief and I said, no, 6 months from now, I will be completely on a different vibration, on a different frequency, on a different place. What's my option? Just to say to myself, yeah, that's it. You cannot because, you're afraid. No, but I was able to detect it. In the past, I wasn't able to detect it. I didn't have that awareness. So once you expand your awareness, you will be able to coach yourself. So that's very, very important. So the final step is just, there are things, if there are things that you want to do in your life, it's very important to be proactive. It's very important to start visualizing what you want. Maybe doing a mentoring course to work on your mindset. It's very important that you continuously upgrade yourself, learn new things, learn new skills, learn about yourself. My upcoming mentoring program, it consists of 12 to 14 teaching sessions, as well as worksheets that is specifically working on your mindset, on your self-limiting beliefs, on emotional detox, on focusing on what you want, getting rid of what you don't want, and working towards that, so that what you want inside is aligned with the results, the outcome you get outside in your life. Because when what we want inside and what we have outside is in harmony with what we have inside, then we don't have anxiety. We have peace. We work on a different mindset. So my program is called Empowering Transformation Mentoring Program. Reprogram your mind for a happier and fulfilled you. If you're interested to know more about it, please send me a message and we can book a clarity call where I can explain to you more about this mentoring program, and to see if this program is the right program for you, and if it will work for you. But our mindset is everything. The way we think about ourselves, the way we think about the world is everything. Through your mindset, you can heal yourself. Through your mindset, you can get rid of anxiety. Through your mindset, you can get rid of depression. Through your mindset, you can reach your goals. Through your mindset, you can find inner peace, because there is a lot happening in the world now, or always. There are many circumstances that are beyond our control. The only thing we have is the way we program our mind and our mindset, and the way we can move our mindset into positive dimension. And we can do it because we all have the tools inside us. It's just a matter of learning how the mind works, how our conscious mind works, and how our subconscious mind works, what's real and what's not real, and how we can reprogram our minds. I am happy to be part of that journey as your mentor. If any of this resonates with you, please send me a message and I can send you more information. In the meantime, it's an honor to talk to you about what's really important for all of us and what I really feel passionate about. Because for me, positive mindset is one of the things that I really feel that everybody should have access to that information. We should teach our kids how to have a positive mindset. And it's not a rocket science, because there are so many methods, tested methods and tools that we can use to work on our mindset. So thank you all once again. And if there are any questions, please write your questions. If there is anything you would like me to talk, please let me know. We are never too old. It is full of opportunities and adventures. Well said. Thank you, everyone. We need to have positive mindset. It's true, to achieve our goals. Thank you all once again. You are welcome. I hope you found this presentation helpful, and join my community, which is called the Positive Mindset Like-Minded Community, and hopefully we can talk more there. Thank you all once again. Have a great year, and best wishes. Thank you. You're welcome.